Warning, this podcast contains Jeremiah. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC9TV podcast for Supergirl Season 1, Episode 17, Manhunter. Look over, and you guys are both going in different directions.
We're in the wrong spots, Dom.
It's fine. Your names are in the right spots. See?
Yeah.
Over there is Nikki, aka Lady Venom 24. And down below is Cleo, aka Cleo Moto.
Well,
And
our
I'm
names might be in the right spots, but our frames were different.
I'm Dom, aka Jessica Jones.
What?
Cleo got the joke now.
No, I got the joke. I was just like,
Okay.
You're not Jessica Jones. You're not nearly drunk enough.
That is true. That is true. So, wrong comic book universe. Would you ladies think of this episode of Supergirl? First, hold on. Let me interrupt myself. My own question. Nikki, welcome aboard to the Supergirl podcast.
I guess I'm here forever now.
Are you?
I guess.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So you've kind of been watching along, right?
Yes and no.
I think
I decided that, since I was watching The Flash, I'm on the Flash podcast here and there, that, I needed to get caught up in some respect for the crossover that's coming soon. So, yes, I've been kind of watching.
Okay. I was going to say, so did you get caught up?
she kind of started, I want to say, right around the time that Adam popped into the show.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
It's been a few episodes.
Yeah, she's
4 or 5.
She's been in a good portion of them. She understands what's going on and stuff. So, but yeah. So, what do you think of this show so far? I guess let me ask you. Compared to
it has its high points and then it has its low points, and they vary very, very much. For me, anyways.
Okay.
There's some aspects I don't like at all, and then there's some that I'm super excited for.
So for all the shows that are connected in this universe, I'm gonna ask you. I'll ask Cleo too, even though she's been on the show for a while. Where do you rank this in terms of your favorite? Like, so put them in order: Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends.
Flash, Legends, Supergirl, then Arrow.
Interesting. Okay. And Cleo?
Mine would be Flash, Supergirl, Legends, Arrow. Sorry, Arrow. I love you to death, but you
Wow.
sometimes it's too much.
Wow.
It's the Arrow's pace is too slow for me.
It's very
even though
dark. It's different. It's every one of the other shows has a light kind of humor to it, and that
That's
makes
true.
it entertaining
Light
and
humor.
enjoyable. That takes the edge off of a lot of it. My order is Flash, 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 and Flash. But besides that, I love all the shows. Arrow is definitely my least favorite of the groupings. For all the same reasons, but it's Flash, and then Supergirl and Legends is really a coin flip for me. It's kind of, I take it on a week-to-week basis. Like, if I look at last week's episode with Supergirl where she was evil, that was better than Flash, for episodes for me. So I have to take it on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah.
But so what did you ladies think of this episode?
The more John Jones, the better.
I agree. I completely agree. I love him.
Yeah, I mean this entire episode.
Real him. I didn't like the real him. Screw him.
The Hank Henshaw.
Oh, the real Hank? Yeah, no, the real Hank's an asshole.
Yeah.
The real Hank is as much of an asshole as Peter is.
Yeah, this episode really dealt with the fallout from last week's Hank reveal. That was the entire episode, really. With so we got some flashbacks and some side plot with Siobhan, but outside of that, it was just really focused on Hank Henshaw / John Jones / Martian Manhunter, whatever, kind of. Yeah, so we got to see Lucy, what she's been up to. She stepped back in. She's back with the military, working with Colonel James Harper, aka Pete Lassiter from Warehouse 13. So
Oy.
I couldn't not see Pete Lassiter watching this episode. It was just everywhere I was looking. I was like, what artifact is he using?
The douchebag artifact.
Hey, there's artifacts in Warehouse 13 that made him act just like that. So he could have. My headcanon, he's just using an artifact. That's how that works.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah. What I forget. What's his first name? His last name's McClintock. Something like that.
Evans.
Is it James?
James. It is James.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh hey, Jimmy. His name is also James.
Right. No, he's a very great actor, but he came across so cheesy in Warehouse 13 that it's hard to see past the cheese.
Well, I mean,
Warehouse 13 was all cheese.
It was.
Not just him. The whole thing.
That's a thing, and I'll give you that. But it's not just that, because he was also on an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where he played an alien, and he didn't do the cheese for that.
Mm-hmm.
This character is so one-dimensional and really shitty. Like, it's the thing my only complaint about this episode is that his character was just so bland. He's just like, I'm racist, fuck aliens. It's like, all right, we get it. Is there anything else you have to offer? No? Okay, shut up, go away.
Well, I mean, he's no better than General Lane.
Well, probably controversial statement. I would have preferred General Lane.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And after me and Rachel went off on how we fucking hated him and he was the worst, I would have preferred him because at least he's,
it's Eddie McClintock. It's not James.
Oh,
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie.
More than, at least General Lane is more than two dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
He's at least a little interesting. This guy was just like, no.
Yeah, but I don't fault that to the actor.
I don't either. You're right. Yeah.
Because you go back and look at the show, and Nikki missed a lot of this, but you go back and look at some of the very earlier episodes, and the relationships the characters were having were very rough, one-dimensional kind of relationships, too. And I feel like, for me, yes, the show has been improving along the way, but it wasn't until last week with the Evil Kara episode where I was like, I felt like this show 100% hit its groove. I was like, they know exactly what they're doing now.
Yeah.
So, so a lot of the characters have come a long way. Like, you saw Hank Henshaw in not even the flashbacks, but John Jones when he was still masquerading, as Hank Henshaw. The struggle and how, like, I don't want to say evil or rude, or it was somewhere along those lines, he was just so confrontational. That the characters seem very one-dimensional.
Yeah. But even with that, there was the air of mystery. Like, we knew there was something we didn't know about him. We didn't know what it was.
Right.
Like, this guy just... there's nothing. Except for Cadmus. Which is...
Yeah, I'm interested in Cadmus.
Are you familiar with other versions of Cadmus?
I am. Nikki, I don't think is at all.
I'm nervous, to say the least.
The most that I know is that he joked that it wasn't an Area 51, but it was an Area 51 where they're gonna do experiments and dissect the aliens.
Yeah, but I think he meant, like, it's not a myth. Or it's not all nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do terrible things to these people. Have been doing terrible things.
Well, because it seems like what they do is they dissect the aliens, and then they want to weaponize it for military purposes.
Yeah.
So when they take the humans in, they're like, well, what are they going to do to Alex? They never specifically said, but I got that as they're the guinea pigs. They're going to test.
Test it on them.
Test dummies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you got to think about where's the DEO getting their anti-alien tech? Cadmus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because, well, I'm just theorizing, but that makes the most sense.
I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're talking about Supergirl in the context of all these other shows, recently they just mentioned Cadmus in an Arrow episode.
Mm-hmm.
very, or was it Arrow? Hold on.
Well, I haven't heard it in Legends or The Flash, so had
I
to
think
be
it was
Arrow.
Arrow. But it was in like talking about a bunch of other like companies.
Right.
So it was very vague.
Hmm.
But yeah, so they're definitely going to explore Cadmus in at least one Earth, if not multiple Earths.
Yep.
It's always been just like a fascinating and very scary part of the comics and the
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And, we kind of see this parallel between Kara and Hank that, when she explains herself, she comes out as Supergirl to Lucy to try to get her help. And I was like, what are you doing, like, Kara, like, cut it out. Stop telling everybody your identity. And then, but it was like by the end of it, I was like, no, she kind of had to do this.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This was
she
the first
trusted
time.
Lucy.
Yeah, this was the first time though that I felt like it was necessary to do. The other ones were because she wanted to. This was a necessity.
Yeah, because she really didn't want to tell Lucy.
Right.
No.
And so, but we have this comparison between Kara and Hank where they're both hiding secret identities. They're both dealing with grief and loss of their home planets, and basically it's paralleling illegal immigrants.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
And racism in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of racism and illegal immigrants. It's like, having to deal with, the tragedies of your home world coming over and trying to start a new life and all the problems you're dealing with and all the people that are pushing you down the whole time. So
yeah,
it was really kind of emotional, I want to say, episode for the characters. So like Kara was really feeling it because it's Alex, it's her sister that's getting wrapped up in all of this for trying to stand up to Hank and Kara, because she's not just standing up for Hank, she's also standing up for Kara. However, I don't know how Harper was okay with leaving Supergirl out there knowing she's an alien, but I was going to call him Martian Manhunter. He's not Martian Manhunter. John Jones.
he is. I mean, that's what they called him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When the DEO was first tracking him. They
Right.
called him the Manhunter.
Right.
And he is a Martian.
It's true. Yeah, but it's like they're gonna confiscate him. They're gonna send him for testing. Why aren't they doing that to Clark and Kara? Why did they get a free pass?
Clark won't touch the government with a 10-foot pole.
Right, but why isn't the government trying to take him in? Why aren't they trying to take Kara in? I don't understand. Like,
Probably because they can't. If they try, I mean, I guess they could try, but
Maybe it's because they look human.
probably
but so does John Jones. He's able to
He can
suppress his form.
look human. Well,
they also are more afraid of him because he has mind powers.
yes, there's that.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, Clark and Kara are bulletproof and things like that.
Yeah, but they know how to take him down with kryptonite, and like they know their
That's
weaknesses.
true.
So
They have weaknesses and they know them
I don't understand why they're not trying to apprehend them.
because they're helping.
Or they think they have them under control.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that was one thing where it was like Lucy told Kara, she was like, well, why didn't you just, stop lying? And it's like, oh yeah, me coming out to everyone and saying, hey guys, I'm an alien. That'll go over really fucking well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or John Jones to not, not lie and just come. I mean, they were hunting him before he even did anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Only because they got word that Clark said he was the most powerful. He was more powerful.
oh,
That's what they said, is because Clark said
Oh,
he's
is that-
the most powerful being.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, I don't know. He was in seclusion. He wasn't bothering anyone. They still went after him, and we got the cool flashback where we got to see, Jeremiah and the real Hank Henshaw. This is the first time we saw the real Hank, what he was like.
Yeah.
He was a jerk. And
Fucking asshole.
Jeremiah, who is Dean Cain, who is Clark, Superman from the original Lois and Clark. Not original,
but the Lois and Clark Adventures,
yes,
the 1990 TV series, which it seems like the producers of this show really love doing that, like, because they did it for the Flash. Barry's father is the Flash from the 1990 TV series, so it seems like they love recycling their actors like that. And you go back and I don't know if they had anything to do with Smallville, but like they had Clark's father in that, though not tied to Superman, was on the Dukes of Hazzard, and they made so many Dukes of Hazzard references, and there was a whole episode where like he was acting like the character in Dukes of Hazzard, where he like did the whole slide across the car and everything. Like, it was fantastic. So I don't know, it's like a lot of shows now are able to grab these actors and find their own way to give subtle throwbacks to their old work and stuff, which is really cool.
It might be the same amount both ways, but maybe it's the actors being willing to come back, whereas, instead of the networks wanting to pull them in.
I think it's both.
Yeah. It's 50-50 kind of thing.
Because I think what you're getting now is show writers who are such big fans of the character and of the old shows and stuff that they're going to be like, I need to fulfill all my fanboy wishes. I need this actor. It has to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
And then for us as viewers too, number one, is it great just to see them again and stuff like that. But for what this producers and writers and stuff, what they're trying to do with the connected universes and parallel alternate universes and stuff like that, it just makes things seem that much more connected, because it's like, oh, well, this is what this character is doing when he's not that. Like, oh, he was Superman in this universe, but no, he's Kara's father in this one. So it just, I don't know, it all works out great. I love it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But kind of the biggest news that we get is Jeremiah's still alive, and Cleo, I think we called that 16 episodes ago.
Yeah. Just because it was like, when they referred to it, they, like, in the beginning, it was like a disappearance.
Right.
Almost like he went missing. Oh, nobody knows what happened.
Gotcha.
But the last that John sees of him is he's stabbed in the stomach. We don't know how he leaves him. We don't know how, like, who's gonna be there to pick him up. Obviously, they do something to him, save his life. Who knows?
Yeah.
Weird shit going on in Cadmus.
Yeah.
I
hope he's nobody. I hope he's just stitched back together and he's just there as a cook or something, because I don't want him to be all crazy alien put together cyborg stuff.
No, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I think he's going to be one of the lead scientists in development for Cadmus, but I think he's there against his will.
What if he's Solomon Grundy?
Oh.
Solomon Grundy was a dead dude that they brought back to life. And, Jeremiah got stabbed pretty bad.
Yeah. Stomach wounds are not easy to heal.
Oh.
Abdomen wounds, whatever. But yeah. Stomach wounds are actually impossible to heal because of the stomach acid. So, yeah, it wasn't a stomach wound. It was an abdomen wound, but abdominal.
Like,
yeah.
off to the side in the kidney liver area.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But then I guess the only other thing I really have to mention is the Siobhan kind of framing Kara story that went on, and Kat was just like, yeah, this is not Kara. Like, even Kat had the sense to know it wasn't Kara, and had Wynn look into it. And unfortunately, Wynn had to turn his back on, his brand new girlfriend, and I really feel bad for Wynn, but he can do better than her.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, if she's capable of doing stuff like that to just out of, just to smite her, in spite, basically. That why would you want to be with a person like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's willing to have sex with him in a closet.
That's true.
She's just using him anyways.
Probably.
I
mean, she's not a nice person.
No.
How she is now, she's not a nice person.
Isn't she Banshee, or is that what her...
Someone. I don't know who she is, really.
Isn't that her name?
I believe she is, was it Silver Banshee?
I have no idea.
I want to say
I was shocked to see her scream and not die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was Kara making like the air under her to make sure she felt nice and soft and said, but no, it was her scream.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm curious what the hell's going on with her that she's able to do that.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get like origins on her, not with the crossover episode, but maybe the one after that.
Yeah, Siobhan Smith is the name of Silver Banshee. And I know that we're going to be seeing her next episode in the Flash crossover. So.
Okay.
Sally wants to know in chat, will Jeremiah turn evil if they do something to him?
It depends on what they do.
Yeah. Right? I mean, he's going to have a soft spot if he runs into Alex or Kara. It's obvious. Unless he doesn't realize who he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a possibility.
To say that he's alive and that he's possibly in Cadmus or that he is, I mean, you gotta just assume that something bad happened to him and he's not gonna be the same person.
Yeah. Because if he was the same person, he would have found his way home to Kara by now and Alex.
Yeah.
So there's something up with him.
Yeah. They're keeping him against his will, or he doesn't have any memories, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Wonder when we'll see the inside of Cadmus.
It is a possibility that Jones took his memory away from him before he conked out, just to say, like as like a cautionary thing. I don't know. I mean, if you were scared and trying to hide from these people that are all hunting you, trying to kill you, even though you met him and he's nice and he understands your whole situation and he has an alien under his wing, wouldn't you take precautions just to be safe?
I don't think he did that.
We'll see. I'm sure they're not gonna, with Alex and Kara both having the knowledge that he's alive, they're not gonna sit on it. They're gonna go looking for Cadmus. We're not gonna see it next episode, but we're gonna see it before the season ends, I think.
Yeah.
Season's probably gonna end with them finding him. So.
Huh.
But yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Anything else for this episode? Kind of concise episode. Is really focused.
Yeah.
It was.
So.
I liked Kat going on to Siobhan like, I wish I had fired you with feeling. That was like,
I could fire you again with feeling.
So I could do it with feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think the first episode I watched was just to break the fourth wall, was when I wrote the notes without knowing really what was going on. And I did not like her one bit at that point, but now that I've got a taste of her sass, she's actually one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Kat. Anyway, next week's episode is called World's Finest. There's no apostrophe. It does not belong. It is plural. Plural worlds. Not possessive worlds.
Not the world's finest.
Yes. Kara gains a new ally. Hold on. Boom. Kara gains a new ally when the lightning-fast superhero, the Flash, suddenly appears from an alternate universe and helps Kara battle Siobhan, aka Silver Banshee, and Livewire, in exchange for her help in finding a way to return him home. So,
2 villains.
Yes. So I just want to point out this poster here is fantastic.
Yeah.
So cool.
And not only that, boom! Here's the original. Side by side. Look how well they did.
That's great.
Here's the thing. Here's why this is going to be more interesting than, when it was Flash and Superman. Kara is faster than Clark is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
I mean, obviously, what changed on the sides of the picture, or who's around, you see the Justice League standing around them. In the comic one, this is all Kara's friends. Notice there's no Flash characters other than the Flash, so I don't think we'll be seeing very much of Cisco and them. We might see them. We might still see them. Just to see Barry get there and stuff. We might get some of that. I don't know for sure. The only other real thing that changed is the price of the comic book. It's 3 cents more now.
A whole 3 cents.
Yeah.
3
Gosh,
cents?
inflation.
Yeah, look at that inflation.
Goodness.
Other than the fact that Supergirl and Superman are different, but yeah. Who's the fastest man or person alive, so.
Can I hang that on my wall?
You could.
I want the side by side.
Yeah.
The side by side.
Cool.
We'll just take this and go vroom. There you go.
Yep.
There's your side by side. Just get
Perfect.
that, hang it up just as it is.
Yep. I want it.
If only I had space on my wall.
Yep.
I cover every square inch of my wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that about does it. You guys watch the promo for next week? Did you see it?
Yes.
I think I missed it.
No.
missed
Oh,
it?
no, I watched it.
You watched it?
I watched it. Yeah, of
We
course I
watched it together. Yeah.
I'm awake and aware. I know what's going on.
I can tell. But we see kind of some playful banter between the two characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's great. It's fantastic. So I'm looking
really cute.
I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I need to watch this right now. Like, Supergirl airs when? Mondays? Like, is it Monday yet?
No, not Monday yet.
Well, Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Cleo, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Cleomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest.
Excellent.
But I'm totally not browsing.
No, not right
now.
No, you're not doing that. Nope. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Do.
Sally Noble wishes Cisco was with Barry so he could give Kara a new nickname.
Well, I just want to see Cisco and Win
Cisco and Win would be adorable
talk about
together.
anything. I think that would be hilarious.
Maybe they'll figure out some way to get some comm system working. Or maybe those Justice League rings will work across dimension.
The Legionnaire rings.
Yeah. Who knows? You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. I did that already, but whatever.
You did it.
Yeah, you did. I was like, that's
You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, we'll be back in a flash.
Ha, 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 ha,
Oh, you're hilarious.
ha. Ha.